from the Consul General of the Republic of Indonesia in Cape Town, twinning addresses by the Mayor of Denpasar City and the Mayor of Mossel Bay City. Video cultural from Denpasar, formal signing ceremony. Live cultural performance from Mossel Bay, closing remarks. Message of support from Minister Ivan Meyer and closing events and photo sessions. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthems. The national anthems of the Republic of South Africa.
Kosi sikelela tina lusapolwayo morena buluka si chabasa Yesu ufedi sedin swale matwe o sibuluke o sibuluke si chabasa Yesu si chabasa South Africa, South Africa. No fanon sayemo, die diepte van ons Heer. Oor ons ewige gebed waar die kranse antwoord gee. Sounds the call to come together, and united we shall stand. Let us live and strive for freedom in South Africa, our land.
The national anthem of the Republic of Indonesia. Thank you. Please be seated. Honorables, ladies and gentlemen, we will proceed to the remarks agenda. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to call Honorable Mr. Muhammad Siraj Parwito, the Consul General of the Republic of Indonesia in Cape Town, to deliver his introductory remarks. Bapak Konjen, the screen is yours.
Honorable Executive Mayor, Alderman Dirkotse, Bapak Gusti Ngurah Jaya Negara di Denpasar, Bersaudara of South Africa in Jakarta, Deputy Mayor Alderman Cliffy Bayman, Speaker Alder Lady Venoli Fortune, our friends of Indonesia, Menir Anton Demelin and esteemed councillors, our friends from the Office of the Premier, Roderick Tyson and Linda Kilela, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, both in Mossel Bay and Denpasar. Goeiemorgen, selamat sore. Allow me at the outset to express my sincere appreciation and gratitude for the warm welcome accorded to me and my delegation since our arrival in this beautiful city of Mossel Bay yesterday. I am accompanied by Pak Dadi, Consul in charge of Cultural Affairs, and Feria, my wife. I am always happy to be back in Mossel Bay, meeting with our extended family here. We always feel at home. I'm honored and privileged to be present here this morning along with distinguished ladies and gentlemen to witness the signing ceremony of MoU on the establishment of Sister City Cooperation, Denpasar Mossel Bay, which is conducted virtually. A testimony that physical distance between the two cities is not an obstacle to strengthen the cooperation. The government of Indonesia has always been supportive of various initiatives for cooperation between cities in Indonesia and South Africa. In fact, Indonesia was the first country that was visited by President Mandela when he was elected in 1994. Both Denpasar and Mossel Bay has numerous potential sectors to be explored for a mutually beneficial cooperation. The existing cooperation already covers tourism, creative economy, HRD, and development of organization. Both cities can learn from each other on their best practices. I'm also in ongoing process to convince Indofood to build a factory plant in Mossel Bay to produce Indomie, the famous noodle that gradually becomes part of the staple food in South Africa. Honorable Executive Mayor, Bapak Gusti Ngurah Jaya, distinguished guests, this MoU shows a good political will of both parties, Denpasar and Mossel Bay. However, I always believe that it is our common responsibility and part of our accountability to our domestic constituents that this political commitment should be turned into tangible economic benefit. Hence, we must continue the exchange of visits by both delegations as well as implement the MoU this year. I also remember that there was intention to name a street in Mossel Bay as Denpasar Street. We are looking forward to seeing that as part of the tourist attraction in Mossel Bay. I'd like to take this opportunity to inform the floor that I'm completing my terms and will return to Jakarta at the end of March. I'm certain that my successor will continue to oversee the progress of this cooperation, as well as maintaining the spirit of cooperation between the two cities that reflect the good cooperation between Indonesia and South Africa. The consulate will stand ready to support and facilitate the cooperation between Mossel Bay and Denpasar. I wish to express my sincere appreciation to Honorable Mayor and his excellent team in preparing this event, as well as the Denpasar team and colleagues from the MOFA, Ministry of Home Affairs in Jakarta. I'm confident that we would see more concrete implementation of the MoU, as well as exploring possible areas of cooperation in the future. Until we see you in Denpasar, terima kasih, Baya Dangki.
Thank you, Bapak Consul General. But before we proceed to the twinning addresses, I would like also to welcome KJRI Pretoria, the Embassy of the Republic of Indonesia in Pretoria, the Chargé d'Affaires, Bapak Victor Sambuaga. Good morning from Cape Town. And we should proceed to the next agenda, the twinning addresses. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to call Bapak Ibu Ngurah Jaya Negara, Wali Kota Denpasar, Mayor of the City of Denpasar, to deliver his remarks. Please, Bapak Wali Kota, the screen is yours.
Yang terhormat Direktur Afrika Kementerian Luar Negeri Republik Indonesia, Kepala Pusat Fasilitasi Kerjasama Sekretariat Jenderal Kementerian Dalam Negeri Republik Indonesia, Kedutaan Besar Republik Indonesia di Afrika Selatan, Bapak Konsul Jenderal Republik Indonesia di Cape Town, Bapak Muhammad Sirat Parwito, Bapak Mayor of Mossel Bay, Mr. Adelmin de Kotse, beserta para pejabat pemerintah Kota Mossel Bay. Yang saya hormati Bapak Ketua DPRD Kota Denpasar dan Bapak Wakil Wali Kota yang ikut mendampingi kami, Konsul Kehormatan Afrika Selatan di Bali, Pak Sedibia, Dr. semua sudah hadir, Bapak Ibu hadirin yang saya hormati pula. Om Swastiastu. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera untuk kita semua. Selamat pagi untuk di Mossel Bay. Pertama-tama perkenankan saya atas nama pemerintah dan seluruh masyarakat Kota Denpasar menyampaikan salam hangat dari Kota Denpasar-Bali, khususnya kepada Bapak Wali Kota Mossel Bay beserta seluruh jajaran, yang merupakan suatu kehormatan dan kebahagiaan bagi kami dapat bertemu Bapak Ibu sekalian. Meskipun dilaksanakan secara virtual, namun kami berharap hal ini tidak akan mengurangi makna dan semangat dari kerjasama ini. Tentu kita menyadari bahwa pemulihan kondisi daerah pasca pandemi COVID-19 yang telah berlangsung selama lebih dari 2 tahun ini tidaklah mudah. Karena berdampak pada semua sektor dan munculnya berbagai persoalan yang dihadapi oleh masyarakat kita masing-masing. Pembangunan ke depan tampaknya akan semakin menantang dengan berbagai persoalan-persoalan yang dihadapi di daerah perkotaan, seperti inflasi, kesehatan masyarakat, perubahan iklim, stunting, kemiskinan ekstrim, dan berbagai permasalahan sosial lainnya. Oleh karena itu, kami sangat menyambut baik kerjasama ini yang tentunya akan menjadi wahana bagi kita berbagi pemikiran dan tentunya praktek baik berbagai hal yang tidak hanya terbatas pada persoalan yang dihadapi oleh kedua kota, namun juga isu-isu strategis secara global. Kami merasa optimis dengan adanya penambahan ruang lingkup yang diusulkan oleh pemerintah Mossel Bay, yaitu peningkatan kapasitas organisasi atau kelembagaan yang diharapkan dapat mendorong kinerja organisasi di berbagai bidang dan secara simultan juga diharapkan dapat meningkatkan kapasitas sumber daya manusia sehingga pemerintah kedua kota dapat mewujudkan tata kelola pemerintahan yang baik dan akuntabel. Demikian pula halnya dengan ruang lingkup kerjasama lainnya dan penambahan jangka waktu kerjasama dari 3 tahun menjadi 5 tahun yang kami harapkan dapat terimplementasikan dengan baik melalui pembaharuan MoU ini. Kami juga berharap situasi kota dan perekonomian kita membaik dalam waktu dekat, sehingga kita dapat saling melakukan anjang sana atau kunjungan secara langsung. Kami pernah mengikuti festival budaya Dayes Festival di Mossel Bay pada tahun 2019 yang lalu dan berharap dapat melakukannya lagi di waktu yang akan datang. Demikian pula harapan kami pemerintah Kota Mossel Bay dapat berkunjung ke Kota Denpasar dan mengikuti beberapa festival yang kita selenggarakan seperti Youth Festival, Sanur Festival atau Denpasar Festival. Namun yang dekat di bulan Maret ini kami akan menyelenggarakan Kesanga Festival, yaitu Festival Budaya Anak-anak Muda Kota Denpasar. Bapak Wali Kota Mossel Bay yang sangat saya hormati, sebelum mengakhiri sambutan ini, saya ingin menyampaikan terima kasih yang sebesar-besarnya kepada Bapak Komjen dan segenap jajaran KJRI Cape Town yang sudah mengawal, memfasilitasi, dan membantu menyiapkan segala sesuatunya hingga acara penandatanganan yang dapat terselenggara dengan baik pada hari ini. Terima kasih juga yang sebesar-besarnya kami sampaikan kepada Kepala Pusat Fasilitasi Kerjasama Kementerian Dalam Negeri Republik Indonesia beserta genap jajaran, Direktur Hukum dan Perjanjian Sosial Budaya Kementerian Luar Negeri beserta jajaran, dan Direktur Afrika beserta jajaran atas fasilitasi kerjasama yang telah dilakukan selama ini. Akhir kata, semoga kerjasama ini dapat berjalan sesuai yang diharapkan, guna membangun ketangguhan di kedua kota dalam menghadapi berbagai permasalahan dan tantangan di masa depan. Saya berharap seluruh komponen perangkat daerah, lembaga institusi, dan masyarakat dapat memanfaatkan kerjasama ini demi untuk kemajuan bersama dan masa depan yang lebih baik. Sekian dan terima kasih. Om Santi, Santi, Santi. Om. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terima kasih Bapak Wali Kota. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to call Honorable Executive Mayor of the City of Mossel Bay, Alderman Dirk Coetzee, to deliver his remarks. Please, Alderman, the screen is yours.
Thank you very much, and selamat pagi, good morning, and goeiemorgen. Welcome to Mossel Bay from this side. It's good to have everybody here this morning. The Wali Kota of Denpasar, Agustin Ngura Jainegera, Wakil Wali Kota Denpasar, the Vice Mayor, Kadek Agus Arai Wibawa, then the Head of the City Council, Agustin Ngura Gebe, the Secretary of the City of Denpasar, Ida Bagus Alit Wiradana, then the Honorary Council of South Africa, Bagus Sudibaya, then the Consul General of the Republic of Indonesia in Cape Town, Mr. Siraj Parvitu, and his wife. Welcome in Mossel Bay. Once again, it's good to have you here once again. And then the Chargé d'Affaires, Mr. Victor Sambuagu, and all Indonesian dignitaries. Then on our side, the Deputy Mayor, Councillor or Alderman Cliffy Byman, Speaker Vanolia Fortuin, then also to the Portfolio Councillor, Community Services, Alderman Niklas Boysen, Portfolio Councillor Infrastructure Services, and also the friend of Indonesia who also visited Indonesia, Councillor Anton de la Main. I don't know if Councillor Erika Meyer is here. Don't see her. She also visited Denpasar. Then the Portfolio Chairperson, Finance Services, Councillor Mark Furness, Portfolio Councillor of Corporate Services and Governance, Councillor Nikki Leroux. Then Portfolio Councillor Community Safety, Councillor Leon van Dijk. And then to our City Manager, Mr. Colin Piren. To our Director, Planning and Economical Development, Mr. Karel Venter, our Director, Corporate Services, Ms. Annette Potgieter, the Manager, Local Economic Development and Tourism, Ms. Gwen Harding, and then the Senior Manager, Legal Services, Mr. Neil Prince, and the Legal Advisor, Ms. Melanie Smith. Then also our colleagues from the Office of the Premier, the Deputy Director, Directorate International Relations Department of the Premier, Advocate Roderick Tyson, and the Assistant Director, Directorate International Relations Department of the Premier, Ms. Linda Mtkela. The City Government of Denpasar, Bali Province, the Republic of Indonesia, and the City Government of Mossel Bay, Western Cape Province, the Republic of South Africa today enter into a memorandum of understanding for the second time. Entered into out of a desire to improve friendly relationships and cooperation between Denpasar and Mossel Bay through the establishment of intergovernmental and intersocietal relationship. This was done with the consideration of the importance of equality and mutually beneficial principles. The objectives of this Memorandum of Understanding, or MoU, is to establish a sister city cooperation between Mossel Bay and Denpasar in order to promote and develop friendly relations between the two cities through effective and mutual beneficial cooperation. Although the scope of the agreement will include cultural and tourism promotion, creative economy development, and capacity building of human resources, the key amendment, organizational development, will be the point given the most attention by both cities. The parties have agreed the scopes of cooperation of the MoU and are as follows. According to the agreement, Denpasar and Mossel Bay will establish a joint working group to plan, prepare, and recommend programs, as well to monitor and evaluate the progress of cooperation under this MoU. The members of the joint working group will consist of representatives of the parties and related government institutions. If necessary, the joint working group may invite also private sector subjects to mutual written consent by both parties. The joint working group will meet annually or otherwise as agreed, alternating in Denpasar or Mossel Bay. If the annual meeting could not be held in certain circumstances, documents shall be exchanged in lieu of such meeting. This MoU shall enter into force on the date of signature, which is today, 31 January 2023. This MoU shall be in force for a period of 5 years and may be extended by mutual written consent of the parties through diplomatic channels. As the Executive Mayor of Mossel Bay, I'm excited about the prospect of once again formalizing closer relationships between our beautiful city of Mossel Bay and the city of Denpasar. The initial step was taken when Mossel Bay Municipality signed a twinning agreement with the city of Denpasar at the Dias Hotel on Wednesday, 27 November 2019. Formalized relations have the potential to offer long-term mutual beneficial collaboration and cooperation between our municipalities to enhance the overall quality of life of our people. Renewed friendship and fellowship between our nations will follow the agreement between the leadership of our two leading cities, this time without the limits of COVID-19 pandemic. The agreement our two cities are once again embarking on is a positive step towards fostering mutual understanding and nurturing networks of expertise. The relationship will lead to opportunities for the mutual sharing of ideas and solutions to common challenges. We already have a Denpasar committee room frequently used, and we also moved through that committee room this morning, and it's all used regularly for meetings and interviews. The proposed Mossel Bay waterfront development, which they're currently busy with the upgrading of that road, will have an Indonesian flavor when the new road that will link Key4 with Santos will be named Denpasar Street. In 2022, I met with a delegation from Denpasar, Indonesia, to discuss the ongoing twinning agreement between Mossel Bay Municipality and Denpasar. I was joined by our Municipal Manager, Mr. Colin Piren, the Speaker, Vanolia Fortuin, Portfolio Chairperson of Corporate Services, Councillor Nikki Leroux, Councillor Anton Delamain was present, then the Director of Infrastructure and Integrated Services, Director Karel Venter, the Head of Legal Services, and the Senior Marketing and Media Officer, Cornel Carstens, and I think Gwen were also present. So the top of the agenda was the discussion of the continuation of the twinning agreement for another 5 years, as well as the proposed amendment to the existing Memorandum of Understanding. The proposed amendment would see the local governments of Mossel Bay and Denpasar engaging in remote workshops, events, and other partnerships to help both organizations improve their internal organization management. The agreement was entered into to offer both emerging cities an opportunity for long-term collaboration. Denpasar is the capital and main hub of the Indonesian province of Bali, such like Mossel Bay, which is rapidly innovating and growing. Denpasar, which has a modern city center of government departments, international banks, and many other offices, still remains its unique Balinese personality. Mossel Bay hopes to learn and apply as much as is relevant in delivering innovation in local government, all while not losing its iconic Mossel Bay personality. As the political leader of Mossel Bay, I must promote and encourage economical growth for my community. I am passionate about the development of our youth and our rural communities. I envisage the collaboration between our cities to allow our youth the opportunity to learn new languages, new experiences, and to broaden their horizons and to experience different cultures. Mossel Bay is known for its effort to promote intercultural relations, and as we also discussed earlier this morning, Mr. Consul General, the festival that Mossel Bay yearly hosts, with our motto, where cultures meet, and in which Indonesia also participated for various years. So we've held that festival for many years, DAS Festival, and we are at this stage in discussion when and how we will continue with that. I'm confident that the spirit of reciprocity will underscore the relationship between our two cities and will create mutual benefit for business and economic growth. Welcome to Mossel Bay.
Thank you, Alderman. Ladies and gentlemen, before we proceed to the signing ceremony, I would like to present to you the Bali traditional dance video. The dance itself is called Baris dance. It is one of the dances that has been recognized by UNESCO as one of the intangible heritage and has become one of the iconic dances of Denpasar city. Baris Manca is one of the creation of Bali. Baris dance demonstrated a balance within the universe system with each of obligations, whether it is Buana Agung, the universe, or Buana Alit, the human soul, on its way to create a stability in the lifestyles itself. Baris is also symbolized as a leader with a heroic spirit.
Yang sudah terdengar.
Thank you. It was Baris Dance from Denpasar, Bali. Honorable ladies and gentlemen, we now proceed to our main agenda today. The treaty person, please assist the mayors to sign the ceremony, to sign the documents, please. Is everyone ready?
Jakarta, terus dia tuh ngeblok.
Okay, just hold on a moment. Let me announce it first. Are the documents ready? Mossel Bay, just wait. All right, mayors, before the signing, let me announce it first, so it will be good on videos. Honorable ladies and gentlemen, the signing of the Memorandum of Understanding on the establishment of Sister City Cooperation between the City Government of Denpasar, Bali Province, the Republic of Indonesia, and the City Government of Mossel Bay, Western Cape Province, the Republic of South Africa. Please, mayors, sign the documents. Thank you, mayors. Thank you, Alderman Dekose, and also Bapak Wali Kota. Please, yes, that is exactly what I'm saying. The camera on the Mossel Bay, please. We cannot see you from here, please. All right, there you go. We will have a picture. Please give a round of applause for Mossel Bay and for Denpasar. Congratulations on your sister city cooperation. And to celebrate the agreement, I would like to welcome Adrian and the group to present the cultural events from Mossel Bay. The screen is yours.
God bless Africa. God bless Africa. Guide our people. Guide our children. And give her peace. God bless Africa. God bless Africa. Guide our people. Guide our children. And give her peace. God bless Africa. God bless Africa. guide our children, and give her peace.
Thank you for the lovely performance by Adrian and group. We will continue with our next agenda, which is the closing remarks. Honorables, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to call the Mayor of Mossel Bay, Alderman Dick Kotze, to deliver his closing remarks. Alderman, the screen is yours. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We've started this term, we've actually ended the last term and we've started this term, and I think this council is known for working in partnerships with various parts of not only our community but also with national government and also now with international partners. So we're very proud of that, and we're very proud that we're open to learn. It's very interesting. If you look at the Greeks, we've seen various nations who conquered other nations, and then they just did not learn from the others. We've seen in history the Dark Ages where people just destroyed what was there. Then we look at the Greeks, and the Greeks, we know they were academics, they were a well-functioning nation, and they thought that the Romans are a bunch of idiots. And then the Romans conquered them. But what did they do? They learned from the Greeks and they implemented what the Greeks already knew. And that made Rome a place where last week I read that according to research, we are only now discovering what the Romans were able to do in terms of agriculture. And when I looked at your beautiful building at the holy place of worship with a welcoming dance, it made me think of what I read. While research only now shows that in terms of agriculture and construction, we are nowhere where the Romans were, where we still see Roman water ducts that's being used after centuries without leaking, where they had cement that they used that were self-repairing. And now we're starting to understand how that works. So we as Mossel Bay, we're proud to be also a council who's willing to learn from others. And I've looked at your rich heritage. Mossel Bay is a town with rich heritage, not nearly as old as yours in Bali, but it was beautiful to see the detail in the clothing, the detail in agriculture, and the detail in heritage. And it's a privilege for us to be associated with your beautiful heritage and to learn from you. Thank you.
Thank you, Alderman. Honorables, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to call Bapak Wali Kota Denpasar, Bapak I Gusti Ngurah Jaya Negara, to deliver his closing remarks. Please, Bapak Wali Kota, the screen is yours.
Terima kasih, Bapak Ibu hadirin yang saya hormati. Tentu pertama-tama kami sangat merasa bangga dan sangat merasa senang sekali dengan juga diiringi ucapan terima kasih kepada Bapak Wali Kota Mossel Bay karena beliau sudah menamakan salah satu tempat pertemuan itu dengan nama Denpasar Committee Room. Sekali lagi terima kasih. Apalagi ada rencana Bapak Wali Kota akan menamakan salah satu jalan penghubung antara Kyoipo dengan wilayah Santos akan diberikan nama Denpasar Street. Ini sangat luar biasa sekali. Dan tentu pada kesempatan yang baik ini, kami juga di Kota Denpasar memiliki spirit Wasudewam Kutumbakam, yang mana pada intinya kita membangun kolaborasi, membangun kebersamaan, Artinya kita pemerintah tidak akan bisa bekerja sendiri tanpa dukungan berbagai pihak. Nah, untuk itulah kami memiliki komitmen yang kuat untuk menindaklanjuti kerjasama ini. Dengan harapan kerjasama ini akan memberikan manfaat baik terhadap kedua kota kita, antara Mossel Bay dan Kota Denpasar, dan juga hubungan antara negara kita, antara Indonesia dan Afrika. Saya rasa sekian yang dapat kami sampaikan. Sekali lagi kami mengaturkan ucapan banyak terima kasih atas terselenggaranya perjanjian kerjasama ini. Om Santi, 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 Om. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terima kasih Bapak Wali Kota. Next, we will have the message support from the Minister Ivan Meyer. Please. Mossel Bay. Gwen.
Okay, the minister is online, so I think he will take the floor now.
All right.
Minister Ivan Meyer.
Good day. Can all of you hear me?
We can hear you, but the sound is a little bit soft. Can you?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now. Thank you. Please, Minister. The screen is yours.
Thank you very much. And good day to our friends from Indonesia, Denpasar, our friends from Mossel Bay municipality. Thank you for this opportunity to express our support for this cooperation agreement between the city of Denpasar and the city of Mossel Bay. The mayor of Mossel Bay has now referred that we are prepared to learn from each other, which brings me to the learning organization. And the learning organization is based on 5 disciplines. The first one is shared vision. Between Mossel Bay and Denpasar, we have a shared vision to create a better world for both our citizens in Denpasar and in Mossel Bay. The second important building block of the learning organization is team learning. There were many virtual webinars between Denpasar and Mossel Bay because we have learned from each other, also our learning through COVID. The third principle of a learning organization is called systems thinking. It is important to understand the global systems, the global supply chain systems, the global systems as a result of the war in Ukraine, the systems of cooperation within the World Bank and the United Nations. The fourth pillar of the learning organization is mental models. Mental models are images of the past that we lived in the future. Both Denpasar and Mossel Bay had a great historical path. But in life, we must honor our past. And so we honor the past of Denpasar, we honor the past of Mossel Bay. But as we honor the past, we must live in the future. And this cooperation agreement is about strengthening the future. The fifth building block of a learning organization is called personal mastery. Personal mastery has much more to do than building competencies amongst the staff. Personal mastery has to do to untap the talent of the youth. And so I want to thank Denpasar and Mossel Bay municipality for investing
in the youth in those two cities. Indonesia have seen and learned that under the new mayor of Mossel Bay, we have coined a term called iconic Mossel Bay because of the history of the culture, the tradition, the values, the tourism, the caring, and also the creation of public value and engagements with the citizens. When I look at history, culture, tradition, values, caring for its citizens, family values, and Denpasar, then I can come to no other conclusion that Denpasar is also an iconic city like Mossel Bay. Both became stronger during COVID-19. Both became stronger during the current crisis in Ukraine. Both Denpasar and Mossel Bay will become stronger in the imminent global recession. And like Denpasar, Mossel Bay will become stronger in the fight against climate change. And therefore, Chair, I want to congratulate on behalf of my Premier, Alan Winde, my Cabinet, my government, and our Parliament, want to congratulate the Mayor of Denpasar and the Mayor of Mossel Bay for signing yet another historic agreement between the two cities, because in the world in which we now live, we need strong visions, global partnerships, and collaboration. And I want to thank our Consul General of Indonesia here in Cape Town, as well as the Honorary Consul General of South Africa in Bali for the support they have given us, and the officials of Bali and all the officials of Denpasar, as well as the officials of Mossel Bay Municipality. Both Mossel Bay Municipality and Denpasar now has a stronger responsibility in implementing the Sustainable Development Goals of the United Nations. 3 goals are more important now for both Mossel Bay and Denpasar. One is well-being and dignity. All over the world, we see increase in mental health. I now call on the Mayor of Mossel Bay and the Mayor of Denpasar to further invest in the well-being and the dignity of its people through its programs and its actions. A second Sustainable Development Goal, the responsibility of all of us is to end hunger in the world, hunger in our communities. The third Sustainable Development Goal that is important for both Denpasar and Mossel Bay is to strengthen our democracy. And therefore I want to thank the government of Bali, the government of the Western Cape, as well as the 2 cities with the signing of this agreement. Terima kasih.
Thank you, Minister. Before we proceed to the closing events, I would like to invite Honorable Muhammad Siraj Parwito, the Consul General of the Republic of Indonesia in Cape Town, to deliver his closing remarks.
Express my sincere appreciation to the Ministry of Home Affairs, Minister of Foreign Affairs, both embassies in Pretoria and Jakarta, and also the excellent arrangement by team Mossel Bay team under your wise guidance, leadership. I am certain that the positive energy that you exude would would help both cities to implement the cooperation. And we would like to invite you to visit Bali because Bali is on the bucket list for the 10 places I must visit before I die. Terima kasih.
Thank you, Pak Consul General. Honorables, ladies and gentlemen, we have concluded our today's agenda. On behalf of the Consulate General of the Republic of Indonesia, I would like to congratulate both cities, Denpasar and Mossel Bay, for the cooperation. May it brings the best for both cities and, of course, both countries, Indonesia and South Africa. And I would like to also extend our gratitude to those involved and assist to create this beneficial cooperation, which is the Ministry of Home Affairs of the Republic of Indonesia, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Indonesia, Embassy of the Republic of Indonesia in Pretoria, and Embassy of South Africa in Jakarta. Thank you for having us today. May God bless us all. Stay healthy and see you in Denpasar and see you in Mossel Bay. Good morning from everyone. Thank you. Tunggu dulu. Oke, thank you everyone. Terima kasih semuanya. Sampai kita bertemu lagi. Selamat pagi dari Cape Town. Kami and meeting. Thank you to Mossel Bay. Thank you.
Thank you. See you, Mossel Bay.
Thank you, Ibu Sinta and everyone. Thank you so much.
Terima kasih Ibu Evita. Sampai ketemu lagi. Main-main ke Cape Town.
Amin. Bu, maaf, ini kita nggak ada foto session yang Zoom-nya ya?
Oh, tadi udah difotoin sama Pretoria.
Oh, siap. Baik, kalau gitu. Terima kasih. Bu
Difotoin.
Sinta.
Oke, terima kasih. Mari.
Terima kasih.